All right, guys, this is Mark from parkflyers.com. Today we're looking at a very special car. This is the Kagama. This is ready to run. It is $619.99 available now. It's available in blue, red, and green. And this is something that everybody on YouTube is actually going crazy for. The reviews are stellar. Everybody loves the car and not much to complain about. So customers have been asking me to get this in stock. Normally I don't carry this brand. It is not something that is on my radar usually, but I had to listen this time because, you know, all your customers, they want to buy it. So we got this one in. A good customer, Chris, wanted me to look the car over, give him my assessment of it and see if there's any weak areas where I can make it better and any of my input. And I obviously have a lot to say. So this car is overbuilt. It is in response to the Crane EXB. This is Corrali's way of saying that they do understand the market share for the armored cars are really great and they want to one-up them. And that's what they did with this car. It was just, they took a basher to the next level. They designed the hell out of this. It's over-spec'd. So you have a really, really thick center brace. It's a two-part brace, much thicker than the one on the Arma. You have a motor and speed control that's putting out a ton of power. It's noticeably more peppy than an Arma Kraton, and that was done on purpose. All of the fit and finish is very, very good, I have to say. There's really not much going on that I would complain about. There are reports that the wing is cracking off when you do really massive jumps, and that's because the mounting point is super hard. I don't know why they did that. Any of these companies know you got to put like a flexible plastic on that. I'm sure RPM's going to come out with a part for that. It shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, that's the only weak point. The other weak point is on the nuts. The 17 millimeter nuts are not serrated on the end that goes against the hub, which means that your tires get loose when you run this thing. If you watch a couple of videos, you'll see people's tires falling off. And that is a very poor design from Corrali. I'm actually surprised because of what they did with the rest of the car. You can easily buy a set of Arma 17 millimeter retaining nuts. They have serrated, really some of the best serrated surfaces, and that will allow the nut to stay on the wheel without coming off, and I recommend getting that. They're very cheap. We'll put the part number below, and we'll put the links for our website to buy them. Other complaints are maybe the radio. The radio that comes with it is a basic radio. It doesn't do endpoint adjustments, just dual rates and basically reverse switches. Really simple. Nothing crazy. It's got a charging port on the back. Very interesting. That is definitely a nice feature. But the customer that bought this car wanted a little bit better setup. We went with a Futaba 3PV radio. The benefits are tremendous. I mean, this car has 10 model memory. You have all the adjustments that you could dream of for a radio. On this particular car, it actually needs it, which is endpoint adjustments. That means your left and right steering was not even. Because of this radio, you can actually adjust it, so now you have perfectly even steering. With this radio, you did not get that. We also put in the dual rates at 75%. You definitely don't want full steering on this. 75% is where I set mine at, and we did that for the customer. A couple other small adjustments that we made, and overall we made the thing just, we tuned it really nicely for the radio. If you're going to get the Kagama, I recommend using a good radio. The Futaba 3PV is $150. It doesn't break the bank. And like I said, if you have other models, you can throw them on the radio, up to 10 models, and it's really nice. The other thing we recommended for the customer is going with an SMC battery. This is a 6S battery. Instead of doing 2 3S, which a lot of people do, we went just by setting up one battery in the car. It's much cleaner. It just goes in there. You don't have to worry about the batteries rubbing against each other. One and done. Throw it in there and have a good day. The speed control on this is what everybody's talking about. It's 185 amp. It's a Torox from Corrali. People are actually buying it. It's so good they're buying it and putting it in their other cars. I definitely see the appeal. It is extremely smooth. Like I said, I just put a battery in this. I just gave some throttle off the line just to get my initial impression of the power on the car. The first thing I noticed, which I didn't like, was the front wheels are ballooning. I checked the diff oils in the instruction manual. They have 10K in the front and 100K in the center. I would change that to 50 in the front and 250 in the center. I think it's going to drive a lot better. The front tires will balloon a lot less, and it's going to drive 10 times better. Now, the main complaint on the car, which I have on a lot of these type of cars, are the size of the wheels. They're oversized. If you look at them, it doesn't even look proportional. If you put the cover on, I mean, it's an attractive cover and it's a nice package, but when you factor in the wheels, they just look oversized. They don't look correct. And I'm not a fan, not just for the looks, but overall for the overall drive. So what I like for this particular car are the Badlands from Proline. They are much lower profile. It's a smaller diameter wheel, but in the end, it's not going to balloon as much. They're also better balanced. This particular tire, so what I did was I set this on a stand. We took a video of this car, just giving a little bit of minimal throttle, and I filmed it in 120 frames a second, which is slow motion, and you could actually see that the tires shake violently because they are way off balance. Really, really a major detraction from the performance in this car, in my opinion. Nobody's really mentioning that. A lot of people are just doing videos, bashing videos, and they're flipping the car. When they're doing that, by the way, a lot of the videos, the car doesn't look precise in the air. The wheels are exploding, becoming pizza cutters, and they're very, like I said, very unbalanced. The car is like doing these contortions and weird twists. I'm not a fan of that. If you put these tires in the car, it's going to drive like a precision instrument, which is what I'm going to recommend to this customer. I hope he buys them, but we'll see what he wants. If you look at the sidewalls, really mushy, flexible. Like I said, not a great fit for this type of car. They did such a good job in designing the chassis. I mean, they did so. There was a lot of work went into this, guys. I'm telling you right now, just from the initial look of this, they definitely put a lot of time and effort into the midsection of this car. I don't know why they would ruin it with the tires that they included in the kit. When you put the Badlands on, it just absolutely looks stunning. I'm going to actually stop the video now. We're going to put them on, and we're going to continue the video with the Badlands on the car. All right, we're back, and these are the Badlands on the car. Look how proportional that looks. This car is completely balanced. We ran on the stand, and there's no shaking, no vibrating. The car is definitely going to drive better. There is no doubt in my mind. I've put this on a lot of cars. Now, usually, like cars like from a Crane EXB are not even this bad. They are not great, but they're definitely not as bad as these. These are supremely unbalanced. Really crappy foams inside, and like I said, it makes the car, in my opinion, run like shit. You're going to basically have much more precise air control with these tires. I can't wait to take one of these out and we're going to actually do a full review on it, and we're going to show the difference. We're going to put these crappy tires on. We're going to put the Badlands on. I have a green one that's mine. The green one's going to get reviewed. Look out for that review in the next coming days, and we're going to show you the difference in the way the car handles between both tires. As far as steering servo, I'll tell you what, it's not great and it's not terrible. It's adequate. It is not waterproof, so if you're going to be bashing in some moist elements, you definitely want to up your servo. The one that we've been using on a lot of cars is the Savox SW1212, and that is IP67. So it's waterproof and it's 600 ounces of torque. It's going to be a lot more powerful than this, and it also centers better. This one centers okay. Once in a while it will not center, but like I said, it's adequate, and it's definitely above average for the, on the older style servos that they used to include with these cars. So it is a step up. Shocks are really smooth, like unusually smooth and beautiful. I mean, I can't believe they didn't put boots on these. So if you run these in dirt, you're going to eventually get dirt in the shock bodies, and you're going to hear some squeaking if you run in really sandy or dirty conditions. You have mud guards in the back, really nice touch. A lot of these features are upgrades on some cars. This is standard. You have this foam piece on the top. It really helps when the body slams after like a hard jump. You also have these roof guards, which are really nice touch. And by the way, it's a really nice body, especially when you put it on, put a set of Badlands on with this body and the wing. It does really look good, and it's a very attractive car in this format. Look at that stance, beautiful wide stance. Anyway, we hope you like this preview of the Kagama from Corelli. We're going to be reviewing it soon. Please stay tuned for that. Give us a thumbs up, share this video, and comments below. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.